When I said I didn't know how to run a marathon, I really meant it.
Cameron Cocker from CNC Painting and Remodeling.
So it turns out learning how to run a marathon is a lot harder with 15 inches of snow. Hey, my name's Cameron Crocker, and I'm learning how to run a marathon. I've never done it. I've done a couple half marathons, and now we've moved into training for our marathon. So for those of you that don't know or haven't seen the previous video, I was formerly 411 pounds. I am now down to below 260 pounds. My goal is to be around or near 220 to 230 pounds before my marathon in April. So I'm taking you guys along with me as I learn new things and train new ways and do all of the things I've never done before. I've only been running for about 7 months and I've increased my distance accordingly. I have not stopped weight training. I personally love weight training, so it will be a part of what I do for the rest of my marathon training. So we started off the week with a 6-mile run, which kind of turned into about a 9-mile run because I had miscalculated some of my stuff. But that 9-mile run was just after the 15 inches of snowfall we had. And I was limited to about a 1/4 mile stretch of road.
It is 31 degrees outside, and I am running 36 loops of the same road because I'd rather do that than run on a treadmill.
That is a 1/4 mile down and back. What I learned from this 36 loops of the same psycho path is that I would much rather be outside doing that than be inside on a treadmill. I had to learn and kind of adjust to this. I'm starting to notice that training for a marathon is more training your mind to be okay running further than it is to be able to physically perform that act. As I've gotten longer distances, I've really started to learn that your mind almost fails before your body does. And so I really think that being able to complete that 36 times is a really good start in moving in the right direction. So I complete that run. The snow was not nice. It did get down to some of these training sessions for the last week were negative temperatures. I did have to do a couple on the treadmill, and I really didn't enjoy that. I'm not a fan of treadmill training. It is something that I very much despise. But what I do enjoy is that I have my own gym at our house. So on those days where I can't get an effective training out there, we can go inside and do our training there. Started the week off with the 6-mile run, and then I go into hill repeats on day 2.
We're gonna go run this miserable hill 13 times. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I love hill repeats until about the 8th one. And then after that, it sucks. Kind of feel dumb right now. I've been running hill sprints for 3 weeks on this guy's program, my coach's program. And he does it in meters, and I'm from the US, so I do it in American because we're dumb and need our own system of measurement for some stupid reason. Well, I don't know why, but somehow I ended up translating that to 0.15 miles, and it's 0.62 or 0.062 miles. So I've been running hill sprints of double the distance that I was supposed to for the last 3 weeks. When I said I didn't know how to run a marathon, I really meant it. Oh God.
So you can clearly tell, I have no idea what I'm doing in training for hill repeats. I texted my coach and I said, hey, just to confirm, 100 meters is 0.15 miles. And he goes, no, it's 0.0625 or something. I could have used a calculator to figure that out, but instead I was running double the hill sprints that I needed to, which I guess is not bad training, but it's far more than he was expecting from me. And also I was fatiguing my body going into my leg session the next day. So I was tired. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm learning and it's fun. It is really fun. I was actually quite happy to find out that I didn't have to run that far. So then we hit midweek. Midweek is a better day for me. I love training legs, so I really get to put my full force into my leg workouts at midweek. At this point, I like to start my workouts off with squats. The way that I do squats is I do a working set after my first few warm-up sets. Usually I will do like 135, 185, and then 225 is kind of my start point for my workout, for my squat workout. I like to keep it between 5 and 8 reps, nothing crazy, because most of my fatigue will come in the secondary lifts during leg day. So I've learned since doing these leg workouts is that I can't really push the weight too heavy if I'm increasing my mileage. So me, being that I used to squat 500 to 600 pounds, has a hard time adjusting to this like low weight workout. But I do enjoy it still, because I know it's a lot harder to hit 365 pounds after you've done, 15 miles the week prior, or 20 miles or 30 miles the week prior. I'll do 3 to 5 on my final sets. My original intention was to stop at 315 pounds, but I was feeling really good. So I did 315 up to 365. And then I did 365 for a set of 3, and that was it. On this day, I followed up my squats with reverse lunges. I really do think that reverse lunges have helped me running. I can't do a forward lunge. My knee pronates weird and it always ends up hurting it. So I do a reverse lunge. I really think that the reverse lunges have been something that incorporating it helps me a lot with my hill runs. And then I go into something I have never done, but my coach kind of recommended, which is the glute raise thing with the bar. I don't know what it's called. I could Google it, but I like this content better. Whatever that bridge thing is, he recommended I start incorporating that some. It sucks. And for all the people that do that, especially ladies that are doing that with like 250 pounds, like, wow, okay. Yeah, I thought you were showing off, but that is actually very impressive. I can't do that. I think I got 135. I don't even think I got 135. I think it was 115. It was very hard. So we did that. If you know the reason, comment below. I'd love to know why I need to be doing that. I didn't ask him. I could ask him, but I didn't want to sound dumb more than I already do. We're working on it. So we did that, moved into leg extensions to kind of finish off my workout. Leg extensions is obviously something that I really enjoy as a heavy lifter. I think that it can really tone your legs. I don't push the weight on those. I think that's a good way to injure yourself. So I kind of stay lower to the weight. Maximum is 50 pounds per leg. I don't go very high. I do keep my rep range a little bit higher. I finish off that workout with a stretching session. My wife's mom was a marathon runner, and one of the biggest pieces of advice that she gave me before I got started was make sure I'm stretching after major workouts. I really took that seriously, so I spend a good 20 minutes stretching at the end of my leg workouts, at the end of my long runs. And then, so my week kind of finishes out here. I didn't film my runs at the end of the week because the snow got pretty heavy. And then the way that they were moving the snow, it was all treadmill running. So I'll include a little clip of my 12-mile run to end the week, but it wasn't a very effective workout. I don't like treadmill training. So I finished out the week with a 12-mile run. On my midweek after my leg day, I have a 3-mile run or a 3-mile walk. His goal with the 3-mile walk for me is basically just to teach myself how to walk quickly, not just walk. So I understand when I'm fueling during a run, because I have to fuel quite often compared to a lot of marathon runners. I can understand how to move quickly, not slowing my pace down too far. The goal is between 15 and 16 minutes per mile. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm learning a lot. It is quite the whirlwind, I will say. Obviously, you saw in that clip, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I have so much to learn. If you're enjoying it and you want to keep tagging along with me, please feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment below if you have advice. Before I get too far into this, that might help me not convert things wrong. I look forward to taking you guys along. I have an exciting video coming up where I do actually do a half marathon with my coach. So look out for that one. That one is coming in the next couple of days. So I'll see you guys.